Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nerdentity Crisis, episode 103. I'm your host, Ryan By, joined as always by Mr. Adam Lovar,
Hello, hello.
my literal brother from another mother, Justin Pigavance,
Howdy do, motherfuckers.
and finally, Josh, still have not thought of a good nickname for him yet, Huffman.
Hello, everybody.
How's everybody doing, gentlemen? Good week? Have a good week?
Yeah.
Doing fantabulous.
Yeah? Get some gaming in, hopefully. Hopefully we have some games to talk about.
A little bit.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I know. Justin was very busy. Justin, how's the new place?
The new place is amazing.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, we moved, got the keys Wednesday. I had some people help me on Friday, and we were done in under 3 hours.
There you go.
Got some money back from Penske for doing it so quickly. Shout out to Penske over U-Haul. Way
Yeah.
better service.
There you go.
And then as I was getting back, I got a notification that the desk was out for delivery. And it's like I was under the impression from what the company itself told me that they would contact me because they gave me like a 2.5 week range. They said they would contact me ahead of time to figure out what day would work, and then they would plan that around my schedule. So I got that notification and I called the shipping company. I was like, explain this whole situation. And she's like, well, it looks like you're his next stop. I was like, well, I'm not in town. I'm hurrying though. And she's like, okay, well, hopefully you make it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I hope that as well. Thank you, ma'am. Have a wonderful day. And I pulled up just as he was like turning the truck around in the parking lot. And I had called another buddy that helped me move and asked if he'd come back to help me carry this thing in. So
Nice.
got that assembled over Friday and Sunday, and
Yeah,
then
you sent us a picture of it. The biggest desk I've ever seen in my life. It's fucking
it's
huge.
it's real
Like
big. It's
3
real
desks combined.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
That's an accurate statement.
But again, I want one side for the tower and my 4 monitors, one side for all the laptop podcast stuff, and then the other side for work setup.
There you
So
go.
I won't have to move. Though the work stuff might get moved for the DJ controller and stuff, but
Yeah.
either way.
There you go.
You should have
priorities, right?
Laser cube and pyrotechnics. That's what that side of the desk is going to be for.
Dude,
the
I'm
podcast.
already planning what I'm gonna do behind me,
Fuck yeah.
so that when we're recording, I've got something cool.
Nice.
But
Like it.
yeah, it's going good. I unloaded a bunch of boxes today and sent Marissa a picture, and I was like, don't kill me. And she's like, that's gonna be cleaned up before I come over there again, right? And I was like,
about that.
but yeah, it's going good. I've got, obviously I had internet set up before we moved anything else into the place, and yeah,
good.
I'm very, very stoked.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Very nice.
Cam brings up a good point here in chat that you need to upgrade the desk. I would recommend a 4th desk to pull behind your desk to make a cube. You gotta crawl under it, or do like a sweet Dukes of Hazzard like slide over the top, but then you could have like a mini painting battle station behind you.
There you go.
Not the
I
most
think you should
convenient to get in and out of, but worth it in my opinion.
Just get
Or one of those like bar stops that you can like
There you go.
swing
Yeah.
up and then
That's
you
what I
bring it
was
down
thinking.
and then yeah.
I was gonna
He
say
said I
That's
need
the more
it for the-
practical like version.
Dukes of Hazzard slide over the top every time.
I was gonna say you should get the circular desk from Parks and Rec that Ron Swanson had.
Yes.
When
Where
people
you
came
just
in
keep
to talk to him, he just
spinning.
kept spinning in a circle.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just gonna say the best part about this desk is like I can pretty much sit where I am and then just kind of move side to side and have control of all 3
Perfect.
stuff that I've got set up.
Very nice.
But Cam said I need the 4th desk for the Denon Prime when I buy it, which is, if I remember correctly, a big DJ controller,
There you go.
which
Nice.
I will not be buying, Cameron, but I appreciate it.
Sorry. Very nice. All right, boys, let's get going. For those who do not know, if this is your first time joining us, this is Crisis weekly video game podcast. Please make sure to check us out on Podchaser, podchaser.com/identitycrisis. Links to our social media, our Instagram, which Justin's been busy. I don't know if he's still been posting. Hopefully he's been posting. Yeah. Also, links to our Patreon, patreon.com/identitycrisis. If you like supporting us over there, that would be great. If not, totally fine too. Also, links to our new YouTube channel, youtube.com/identitycrisis. You can see our beautiful faces, just not live. If you would like to see us live, twitch.tv/identitycrisis. Every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Come join us. Have a good time. We're going to have a great time. All right, kids. Let's start off the episode, as we always do, with a listener question from Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
What up, Jacob?
What up, Jacob?
Jacob wants to know, if you could bring one extinct animal back, what would it be and why? Adam, tradition dictates you answer first. What do you got?
A megalodon.
Oh, that's such a terrible idea. That's such
Why?
a bad idea.
The reason-
Fantastic idea.
The reason for people that are afraid of the sea, they're just that much more afraid of the sea now.
That's the only saving grace here for me is that a megalodon can't get far enough upshore to where I would
Yeah.
be swimming.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, we're never gonna be there, but like, man, those things were monsters, and holy shit, they were cool. But they were probably killed off by like the great whites and stuff like that. But
Well, the
Never-
kicker with the megalodon is the reason that they suspected they died. It wasn't it because there wasn't enough food for their mass or something.
They were so big.
yeah, because like the
so-
great whites became a little bit like better predators and like ate them out of it essentially.
So wouldn't they run into that same problem? Or
Maybe.
maybe they would just eat great whites.
Who cares? They'll be around for a little bit, just enough to like someone would see a couple of them and be like, "Holy shit, I'm never going in the ocean ever again now." And I
That
think
would
that'd
be me.
And then I think, yeah, exactly. I was thinking of people like you.
Fuck no.
Yep.
Although it'd probably be a quicker death than like a great white, because it'd just swallow you whole. Like,
I think it would be a
That's
longer
not
death.
a quick death. Actually,
You would just
you'd probably
dissolve to
survive
death
for a bit.
or
Yeah.
drown.
Yeah,
Or
that's
drown, probably.
Fucking-
Yeah, you'd probably drown.
Pinocchio, that shit.
Probably big enough that as it pees out the extra water, you just go out with it.
you just go. Very nice. Justin, what's your answer?
Really easy, and woolly mammoths.
Okay. Also horrifying, but I mean,
Yeah, but they were gentle giants, unless you
I
fucked with them.
I suppose.
It's like an elephant.
Were they?
Right. Yeah.
In today's world, I bet we could domesticate them.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, we
You'd see 'em
domesticate
in
a lot of
zoos.
things that we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Domesticate. As in, we
Yeah.
put them in bars and pray that they don't eat us when we go in there.
There you go.
but I mean, think about our previous question about how far would you travel on a horse. What if you had a woolly mammoth? You could have like a full, like in Lord of the Rings when they had
There you go.
all the stuff on top of it. You
Yeah.
could just have a little fort on top of the mammoth.
Just ride it.
I would train
Someone comes
the-
to your door, you jump out the balcony onto the woolly mammoth and challenge them. The mailbox is down there. You
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
I would train
If
the
I
rest
saw a
of
woolly
my
mammoth, I
life
wouldn't. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
slide down the trunk of the woolly mammoth like Legolas does
Yeah.
during that battle. I would die, but
Yeah.
it would be a
Clearly.
great 4 seconds before I hit the ground.
It's all about tuck and roll, baby.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Josh, what do you got?
I would bring back the Dunkiostius. That's hard to say. Dunkiostius torelli. It's a giant armored fish.
I just looked up pictures. Why?
I just think it
Why
looks
would you do this
badass.
to us?
Badass as fuck. It's like if you combined a rhino and a fish together.
Oh, dude, it kind of is. Holy shit.
Isn't that dope?
That is pretty dope.
and
I'd
it's got
never
like
go
a
in the water
face.
again.
It's got a face like a snapping turtle.
Dude's fucking huge.
Yeah, I don't remember how big that they were supposed to have gotten.
9 meters in length.
20 feet roughly.
Damn.
And they can weigh
Damn.
up to 1 ton.
No, thank you.
I bet they're
That
delicious,
sounds
like tuna.
awful.
That does sound awful.
They also had a set of powerful self-sharpening jawbones. I
course.
never knew that I needed that combination of words, but I did. I did. I just thought they were cool when I was a kid, because unlike Ryan, I find the depth and horror of the ocean to be badass as fuck.
It's so fascinating.
And
That explains why you have the fascination with, like, whenever we find the minis, that the setting is H.P. Lovecraft but underwater. You're like,
fuck yeah, crabs and octopi. Like, I need all of it. I got little crabs here on my desk.
There you go.
And you know,
I feel like
the
there's
ocean
a
is
joke
just
there that we're missing out on.
Yeah.
crab.
Oh.
Evil. But the ocean is just dope. So
Josh
I
has
found-
crab people in his pants.
No shit.
Those aren't the people. Those are just regular crabs.
Okay, that's fair. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't confuse them.
We took it weird. We went weird. As we always do. I went with a safer bet, just a nice
Dodo
safe
bird.
bet. Yeah, I went dodo bird.
Of course you did. I knew it was going to be one, and I was just like, I bet it's going to be Ryan. That's literally what I was thinking.
Absolutely went dodo bird.
Why?
That's hilarious.
They're
Because it's
so
not gonna.
dumb.
There's no chance of me getting murdered by a dodo bird. So.
Plus, dude, if you like eggs, their eggs were giant. Think of
Yeah.
dodos instead of chickens.
That's a
Dude,
good point.
right? Especially with the price of eggs
I
right
bet
now.
they'd be super easy to domesticate because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
idiots. So
They were an arc.
Oh yeah, there were dodo birds in it. I forgot about that.
they're
Very
like
nice.
the easiest thing, like the very beginning bird. I love it.
Yeah, I'd bring back a dodo bird. It's not gonna murder me. I think yeah, they're stupid. They'd be pretty chill. I don't know, maybe they'd be annoying, but I'm not gonna get.
Right? What if they had the most annoying like cawing noise? It's just like you're like, oh god, why did I bring this asshole back?
And I'd throw them in the ocean. Your megalodon could take care of them.
True.
There you go.
It was
Oh.
think that it was a onomatopoeic approximation of the bird's call, a two-note pigeon-like sound resembling doo-doo.
I'd be cool with that.
Doo-doo.
If it's like pigeon volume, yeah, I'd be alright with that.
Well, it wouldn't be pigeon volume because they're bigger.
Yeah, they're huge. Yeah, that's true. Well, not huge, but they're definitely bigger than a pigeon. All right. Well, thank you very much for the question, Jacob. We do appreciate it.
Really quick.
Let's talk about some video games. What?
Really quick. I found a quote from 1598 of a Dutchman who tried eating one, and they disdained any more to eat of those great fowls, calling them as before wallow birds. That is to say, loathsome and fulsome birds. So evidently they were kind of gross. So,
But their eggs might be all right.
yeah, their eggs are probably fine. But I'm sad that if they got brought back, then they weren't.
They're
just
not
like
even like
big
good.
chicken. Yeah.
Right.
Because you could make
Everything
you could have had a
chicken.
whole nother step to your turducken,
Hell
like
yeah.
Oh yeah.
a dough turducken.
Dude,
I don't remember if they're bigger or smaller than turkeys.
turducken dough. I don't know.
Turducken.
Turducken dough.
I like that one. Very nice. All right, let's talk about some video games. What are we playing now? We're gonna go to Josh first. Josh, you didn't play anything last week. What
I
have you
did
been playing
not
this
play
week?
anything. I played a metric fuck ton of Genshin.
Did you? Okay.
I did. So there's an event right now for like the next 14 days, maybe 13 days. That
Demon just escaped Justin.
that's how he feels about my Genshin playing.
Yeah, there you go.
You can only play the event if you have completed up to a certain point in the story. Which is one downside to getting into Genshin, is that each patch there's like a couple events, and you just don't get to experience any of that story if you play now.
Okay.
Because they just don't. They've never come back. They've never repeated a story event. So all the stuff before I played, not a clue what happens to any of those characters. And so that's a bit of a bummer. But so I played the Zone that was released a month or so ago. I completed all of that, all of the quest, all of the storyline. I've collected all of the collectibles except for one that I can't fucking find.
Good lord.
And then I did all of the new event stuff. Minus there's a whole bunch of story that has like, I don't know, 5 hours of dialogue, but there's also like combat in between each part.
Okay.
And I haven't completed the last combat because the story is done, so the quest is done, but I can still complete the combat for more resources and books and stuff. So I just need to do that. And just collected my Primo gems for a character that I actually want to collect. Yalan is
Who
the
is it?
newest character, and she's dope, but I don't think I'm gonna. I'm waiting for a character called Kazuha, which is a samurai poet, and he is badass as fuck. But I've been waiting for him to come back for months and months and months and months and months, because
Nice.
I was not. He was released in the like 6 month gap that I quit playing and fell off the
Okay.
face of the earth for.
Yeah.
So, so just still waiting for him to come back.
Nice. Very cool. Anything besides Genshin?
Nope.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nope. I
That
still need to get back to Elden Ring. I haven't
Yeah.
officially quit it. I just haven't played it either.
There you go.
So
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
I have no reason not to play it, but
It's outstanding. You need to finish it. Absolutely. 100%.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Maybe someday.
if I set a game down for like a week, then that week turns into 2 weeks, and that 2 weeks turns into
Yeah.
like 2.5 years, and then I start over because
Right.
I don't remember how
Just
to play.
spirals. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So Justin, what have you been playing? I know you've been busy moving and stuff.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be a little bit of a letdown, but I've only been playing some Insurgency here and
Okay.
there. I played a little bit more V Rising last week, but yeah, with busy week and then moving and Marissa's sister's wedding was Saturday,
Oh, okay.
and then unpacking Sunday. Didn't really get much game time. I did play a few Switch Sports. I tried out the sword fighting game that's on
Okay.
there, and it was funny because I crushed the tutorials and then I crushed a kid, and then I played another one and I think I only played against this kid I'm talking about. I crushed the very first round, like didn't even get a hit on me, and I just KO'd her.
Yeah.
And Marissa was like, "You're probably just murdering children right now." And I was like, "Good, no
Good.
problem with that."
Awesome.
And then the next 2 rounds, she absolutely smoke showed me.
Nice.
Sandbag in the first round.
Yeah, no, seriously. And that made Marissa laugh almost uncontrollably, which pretty much killed my ego for the
Yeah.
time being, and I shut the game
Good.
off. But
Very nice. All right. Well, once you get all settled, you'll probably be back to gaming more. Yeah, I'm excited about your new apartment. So
yeah, I'm waiting on you
Adam,
guys to get V Rising and play with me.
someday, maybe if I no longer have baker hours in the near future. I'm just saying, maybe that's a possibility. So
Maybe.
maybe.
Think of the
Oh,
possibilities.
yeah.
Just so I remember now, I know this is off topic. What was the dates?
8, 9, 10 July, I believe. Is that Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. 8, 9, 10. Okay, so Adam, you next. What have you been playing?
Let's see. Bunch more My Summer Car. Still been enjoying this shit out of that game. Getting pretty far in it. Playing a lot of things on the Steam Deck. Steam Deck's been pretty fucking awesome, guys. Not gonna lie.
Nice.
I bet it, man. I bet it is.
It's like what Kat and I keep jokingly calling it the Switch because it's like everything we wanted the Switch to like be, but it obviously wasn't because it's Nintendo. But it's like the PC Switch.
Okay.
But it's just like any game that you want to play. Like I was outside just like scrolling through the library, finding game, downloading it, playing it. Like No Man's Sky was super fun on it. I was playing Vampire Survivor, playing a couple other games, and they were so good.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It's I actually just got my email today for my purchase because the one we got is technically Cat's, and I'm really on the fence. Like, do I get another one? Because
Yeah.
god damn it, it's cool. I could definitely see having multiple.
Okay.
Could you do it and then sell it to someone for like $50 more?
I mean, I guess in
Doesn't
theory,
get
but
$50 finder fee for Justin, maybe, huh? From Justin.
I don't actually want to buy one, no.
Yeah.
but
how's-
it's amazing. Like I've loved it. Kat started playing Elden Ring on it, and it looks phenomenal. Again, we got the highest one, which apparently has a slightly different screen and stuff on it, but
Okay.
it looks amazing.
how's
really
how's
does.
battery life?
She was playing it probably 3 to 4 hours
Okay.
before it started getting low.
Not
But like
bad.
I definitely remember when it gave the first alert, which was at like 10%, and then she's like, "Okay, I got 10% left," and then like it felt like it was only 10-15 minutes later. It was like it died on her. Like like you need
Okay.
to. But she just again was like sucked into Elden Ring, and like
Yeah.
that 10 minutes feels like 2 seconds when
Right.
you're playing that game. So
Yeah, for sure. Justin, are you
But
talking to Marissa or us? Because you're muted.
I think he's talking to
Marissa.
Marissa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
But no, dude, it's light. Like it's a lot lighter than I was expecting, which
Yeah.
is good. Um, it reminds me
Feels
of
good. Feels good gripping it.
yeah. I think
Okay.
it's good. It's still gonna take getting used to because it has buttons for every finger. So there's like 2 buttons for your ring finger and your pinky,
Interesting. Okay.
and like the 2 on the top, which is like your normal R1, those R1 and R2, those sorts of things. But the like pinky and ring finger ones are interesting, but I also see why they're doing it to kind of bridge that gap between uh a keyboard and mouse and your
Yeah.
traditional keyboard. You're
Right.
getting, what, 4 more keys is a big deal.
Yeah.
Though trying to like utilize that and get used to that is interesting.
Have you played Tarkov on it?
No, because Tarkov is not through Steam. So I haven't figured out how you can play non-Steam games just yet.
Gotcha.
I'm sure there is a way. Do you have a controller, Josh, that has?
So this is the Steam controller from back in the day, and it's got
Mhm.
just 2. And
Oh, okay.
I really liked that because when I was playing like
So there's
Persona
there's even
4,
more. So there's
and I could
4.
do all
So
my dialogue with like
yeah,
Oh, there
ring
you
and
go.
pinky.
yeah. So there's
It's
Interesting.
weird.
yeah, I don't know that I would I feel like I would not be talented
Let me
enough
go grab it.
to be able
Yeah, go get it.
to
Yeah.
control it. But since we were just talking about Steam and the back buttons, then I actually kind of like the Steam controller. It's not amazing by any means, but when they decided to no longer sell these, they sold them for $5. $5 and free shipping. So
Yeah.
I got this for $5. It is
Nice.
not a bad controller at that price.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, nice case.
You're still
You're
on mute,
muted.
buddy.
I was gonna say turn the filter off to make it a lot easier, but okay. So big case.
Is that the official case, or is that like a third party?
Yeah, that comes with it or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And so this was saying on the back, there's like two buttons
Interesting. Okay.
plus the 2 on the top. So
Interesting.
And
Damn,
like
it looks really
everything's
nice, though.
touchscreen. This whole, these are like a touchscreen thing. It's really good. I guess my only complaint
Sorry about the
is
feedback.
the only complaint I would say is if you're playing it like during the day outside, the glare on it
Hard to see.
it's hard to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it?
Which I mean, this was something to be expected.
Yeah.
So
Is it weird having like your D-pad and your like your I don't know what the buttons are labeled there, A, B, Y, X, like you're
Mhm.
on an Xbox controller?
it is. It's the same thing as
Like-
like an Xbox.
Like, is it weird though that like it looked like it was just parallel, not like angled, diagonal? You know what I mean? Does it feel
Yeah.
weird?
I haven't had any issues, I guess.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I have man hands, I guess. So, but Kat did say, with smaller hands, it was a little weird trying to like get around everything.
Okay.
So like normally, like I've got pretty good grip to go on like the side and over it,
Okay.
no problem. But
Nice.
I could definitely see if you have smaller hands, it might be a little bit of an issue. But
Okay.
I got little
Interesting.
baby
Alright.
hands, so controllers like
tiny
the
baby
GameCube
hands.
are amazing, but like
yeah,
like old school. Do you remember the like original Xbox controllers, like from
Oh,
way
yeah.
back in the
oh,
day, that
huge,
are like
fucking
fucking
huge.
coffee table size?
Yeah.
Those sucked because
Yeah.
I mean, they're appropriately sized for the rest of my body, but I'm a very tiny person, so I always like to feel controllers, so because like I like the Switch controllers fine
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're made for children, so they work for me very well.
Right.
But so I wonder if I'll have the same situation as Kat in that regard.
Very nice. Okay.
The one thing I thought was neat too is like it has a USB C as its main port. So I plugged it into our dock that I use at work, and it went into the monitor fine, and I could use keyboard and mouse and stuff with it no problem. So it's like a
Okay.
universal like USB C dock is gonna work just fine with it, especially because they announced that their like dock that's coming out for it is being delayed due to parts and stuff with the
Course.
supply
Yeah.
chain. So
Naturally.
pretty much just any normal USB-C dock is going to probably work fine for you on it, which is pretty cool. So because that's what I was thinking. There's a lot of games that I would like to play with it, but you can't do it with the amount of buttons that are on a controller. You have to play on a keyboard and mouse, and
Okay.
luckily, pretty much any sort of dock is going to work for you. So
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's cool. Very nice. Glad you're enjoying it. Anything else besides Steam Deck?
no.
Okay.
I'm going to use it for the pick of the week actually. So
okay.
no. Yeah.
Hold off. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously still playing a shitload of Persona 5 Royal. I think I hit the 60-hour mark. So like 40 hours left to go. Still, I can't. I know I've talked about it so much. I'm not going to go and do it again, but I love this game so much. Then Leif, Jeremy, and I did some gaming the other night, and we decided to check out the new Ubisoft free-to-play game, Roller Champions.
Is
Which
that the roller derby game? Is that finally out, or wait, is that something
yeah,
else?
like roller skating, like around an arena.
Okay.
Yeah, so like rollerball.
Yeah, like rollerball. Yeah. So we decided to check that out because I was like, that looks like fun. And it's 3v3, which is perfect for us. So we jumped in, did the little tutorial, and then every time we tried to get into a game, we got an error message, and like my game crashed
An error
twice.
message.
Message.
Error message.
Massage.
Yeah, mine crashed twice. Leif's crashed once, I think. But it just kept. We never could even get into a game, which I was kind of pissed about. So I don't know. It's Ubisoft. I should have seen that coming, and it's free to play, so I definitely should have seen that coming. But that kind of sucked. So then we were just kind of looking at Game Pass, and we saw the Sniper Elite Zombie Warriors 4 was on there, which is like the zombie version of the Sniper Elite games. So we downloaded that and played through because it's all co-op, and it's got like co-op story. It was pretty fun. It was definitely an interesting take of like you're fighting hordes of zombies and your main weapon is a sniper rifle. That was kind of interesting. It made it a little bit more difficult, and we played for quite a while. I think we made it to like the third chapter or something like that, and then we're at the very end of the 3rd chapter, and then the boss that was supposed to come out glitched. So we kind of had a rough time with glitches while we were playing, but then I just tried to come up with creative ways to kill Leif, and that's how we spent the rest of the night. Then call it a night. But yeah, I don't know. It was good. Have you guys ever played any of the Sniper Elite or Zombie or whatever?
Mhm.
It was all
Nope.
right. Like if you get like a headshot through the eye or something, it does like a slow-mo zoom in, which is kind of cool. And then it's like old school Mortal Kombat with like the X-ray vision, so you can see the bullet enter their skull and stuff. So that's kind of fun, but it wasn't anything like crazy outstanding, but it was pretty good. So we're
Zombie Army
still
4.
yeah, Zombie Army 4. Yeah, it's on Game Pass, so um yeah, we're still looking for just like a really awesome 3-player co-op game. We haven't been able to find one. We're keep trying new things. Gave up on that second Extinction game. We're probably not going back to that. That was kind of boring. So
V Rising, our
oh
server.
yeah, there you go.
Borderlands.
Yeah, I've talked to them into it. Yeah, we played Borderlands obviously, but yeah. Otherwise, that's all I've been playing. That's it. So
I have a
that
random
wraps up.
Persona question.
Oh yeah.
Have you played Persona 5 Strikers
I have
for the
it
Switch?
No, I have it downloaded. I have not played it.
Yeah,
So
I'm assuming it's different than Persona 5 Royal.
yes, yeah.
I
It's like a Dynasty Warrior style Persona game from
gross.
what it
Okay.
sounds like. So I have it downloaded on PS5. I have not played it yet though.
Did
But
you say gross?
I did say gross. Dynasty Warriors is great for about 15 seconds until you realize that's it.
well, I'm sure
That's
Atlas
the
does it
entire
better
game.
than I'm sure Atlas does it much better than what's the fucking I already forgot the name of the company that does Dynasty Warriors, but
Hyrule
yeah,
Warriors looked better, just
yeah.
purely
I
because
have
of like
it,
those
and it
characters.
was. I played it for an
It was
hour or so. Yeah, it was
See, that's what I
okay.
mean.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing
Yeah.
like constantly, and I don't really love like the like huge power complex of like look at how many people I can whack at one go, and so that does nothing for me personally. But
Yeah.
um,
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So yeah, so let's talk about some news. We're gonna kind of wrap up Sony's state of play. I'm just gonna go through a quick rundown of the list. We're not gonna talk about every game. We'll just kind of talk about what kind of struck you guys watching it, so we don't have to talk about everything. But here's what kind of was announced or shown off. So Final Fantasy 16 got a new combat story trailer, summer 2023 release date. They really went heavy on the summons. I don't know what that's about or how much that's gonna be in
I
the
noticed
game.
that as well. Like
Yeah, like
there was like
really
a
heavy.
huge thing,
Yeah,
and I was
big
like,
into summons.
but they even showed like some of the gameplay where like some of them are like losing limbs and
Yeah,
like are doing like some interesting like I wonder if it's almost a little like Pokemon-ish, like with your
right.
summons or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Wait, which game?
I'm glad you called that
Final
out. Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
16.
16.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they showed more summon characters than actual characters in the trailer. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Like
Yeah,
heavy,
they
heavy,
did.
heavy, heavy.
And then named them off at the
Yeah, they
end
did.
just so
Yeah,
you knew who
right,
everyone was.
right. So yeah, that was interesting. So Resident Evil 4 Remake was announced, which is probably my most hyped or one of my most hyped out of all this thing. Resident Evil 4 was a fantastic game, but fuck tank controls, so I'm really excited to play Resident Evil 4 Remake. Resident Evil Village coming to VR.
VR2,
VR2,
right?
yes, PSVR
Yeah.
2. Yep.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 was announced, and then the very next day, their entire roster was leaked. I didn't know if you guys saw that.
no, I
So
didn't see that.
Capcom's pretty pissed about that. Horizon Call of the Mountain, new PSVR game. You can play Horizon in VR, PSVR 2. Horizon Forbidden West is getting new game plus and a bunch of updates. The Callisto Protocol
That looked pretty sweet.
got a gameplay trailer. And it sounds like we're gonna get like a hands-on demo at Summer Game Fest on Thursday, so that's kind of cool. But December this year, release date. Stray which we've seen a bunch from
Hell yeah.
Annapurna, which looks
That one
awesome.
looks neat.
So excited
Yeah.
for that.
Comes out next month, so that's really exciting.
And it's already Steam Deck verified, and Kat's
hell yeah.
gonna buy it on day one. She's super
Yeah.
excited for that as well. It looks
There
so
you go.
cool.
Fuck yeah. Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales coming to PC. So
Mm-hmm.
Adam hit the nail on the head when he said Sony was going to bring a lot more of their big titles to PC. So
hmm
they're like, money, please. Yes, please.
I saw a
So,
funny Reddit where it was like the main like IPs of like only on PlayStation, and like all of them have been coming over to PC except for there
Yeah.
was like 2 that are left. And I think it was like, what was it, Sekiro and
Oh, okay.
Last of Us or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe
They'll,
is the last
they'll be there
one.
eventually.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky PSVR 2. New game called Season, A Letter to the Future, which didn't do anything for me. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 for PSVR 2. Eternites. I don't know how you say that. Eternites, dating action game set in the apocalypse. Skater shooter Roller Dome coming to
That
PS4,
looks sweet.
PS5. That looks pretty cool.
So I've always liked the Ollie Ollie game graphics, but I
Yeah.
never got into them.
Right.
And this is made by the same people, and it looks pretty freaking cool.
Nice.
Also, I gotta say that Season, A Letter to the Future, actually looked like a cool game to just eat some mushrooms and
Like
And never get
Portobello,
past the first like
Portobello mushrooms, right?
yeah, portobello mushrooms,
Yeah.
of course.
I'm more of a shiitake fan, but teach
Yeah,
their
there you
own.
go.
Yeah.
I like
Teach their own.
shiitakes too.
Whatever you want to do.
Round the
Okay,
earth
so
morels.
yeah. So that
You're
was
getting
everything.
past Morel season.
None of they're all terrible. All
I think we're
mushrooms
getting
are awful.
past
What?
Tasties, too.
You think
Mushrooms are
Morels
Why-
are terrible?
all mushrooms?
Why am
are
I not surprised that Ryan doesn't
You
like a
shouldn't be.
food?
Yeah. All
Those mushrooms are
terrible.
not chicken tendies.
They squeak on your teeth when
Wow.
you eat them. No,
But
they're
do you
terrible.
like cheese
Morel
curds?
mushrooms, when they're like fried and battered, are
Yes.
I bet you would actually
Which
like
that's the only
them.
way you would make Morels. But do you like cheese curds?
Yeah.
They squish in your teeth.
Cheese curds aren't a fungus, so
I don't necessarily.
Arguably, there is a lot of anyway.
I don't know that I see those in the same category. Mushrooms
know.
are significantly squeakier than
they're
cheese
the
curds.
worst. Anyways, nice tangent. Okay, so Justin, we'll go to you first. I listed a bunch of shit off. What hit you? What'd you think? Anything stick out to you?
I mean, again, with the caveat of I don't have any PlayStation system, so whatever's not coming to PC, I won't really get to partake in. But Roller Drome, I thought looked really cool. I'd be curious what that will be price wise, but I mean that looks
cheap.
like a game that would be a fun. The guys are in Discord. You don't really know what to play. Let's hop in that and fuck each other up. Callisto Protocol got a lot of sort of Resident Evil mixed with Dead Space vibes, and it looked creepy. So I don't know if I'd ever actually play it, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
I like that they're doing the Village in VR. That's another one that I would never play in VR, but it's cool they're doing it.
Yeah.
I'd be terrified. And then I touched on the season piece, and the only other one that I thought looked interesting was Tunic.
Okay. Oh yeah, Tunic. Sorry, that was at the very bottom. I skipped over that.
That does.
Yeah, I thought Tunic looked just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There you go. Okay.
But I mean,
yeah. I don't know shit about fuck.
For audio listeners, I don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah, that's what Justin
what his shirt says.
Very nice. Okay, so Adam, we'll go to you next. What stuck out to you?
I mean, absolutely Stray. I've been
Oh, yeah.
curious about this game since we saw this, like, what, a year or more ago? Is I
Yeah.
think when we saw this trailer, and just the like platforming. I mean, obviously that's all it's going to be, is pretty much a platforming like puzzle game, but I think it's going to be really well executed and unique. So that's going to be exciting because it's been a long time since I've actually been excited for a platforming game.
Right.
But besides that, Final Fantasy 16, I'm a little bit more curious now after this trailer. about it, but there's really no story. It's like, oh, a war. Oh, there's always a fucking war in
Right.
every Final Fantasy. Like, there's just, it's, I don't know. Story wise, it seemed very boring. So
Yeah.
that could kill it. But the combat looked very similar to the last Final Fantasy 15, which I personally really did enjoy. That live feel to what used to be our turn based. I think it's a good evolution in the Final Fantasy series. So
Definitely.
I'll be curious to see how they incorporate more of the summons, obviously, in the combat, and maybe even a little bit more battles of the summons, like maybe take control of them a little bit more, is maybe what I think they were hinting at, which could be really cool. So
Seems to be. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Josh, what stuck out to you?
Uh, Stray for sure.
Oh yeah.
And then for me, the huge Resident Evil 4 fan. I think I've owned it on like 6 systems now or
Yeah.
something because I have a problem. Uh, and even owned at one point the chainsaw controller that you could get for the GameCube.
Damn.
Sadly, I don't have that anymore, but so it is absent from my collection. But
Nice.
I love that game, and so I would love to play it again. Although I'll be interested. I didn't see if that one was coming to other systems or if that's going to be a
I'm
PlayStation only
sure.
thing.
No,
Um,
I'm sure it will.
so I'm hoping for a PC port.
Yeah.
Uh, Resident Evil Village VR. I mean, kind of dope because Biohazard was sweet in VR. Um, but I don't really intend on buying a VR headset or anything, so the
Right.
likelihood of me playing it is zero unless someone else lets me borrow it or something. But
Yeah.
I think that the Final Fantasy looked interesting, especially in comparison to the previous Final Fantasy games that were released. It seems like a little bit of a shift. Um, Adam and I disagree quite a bit on real time combat being uh, good.
Oh, okay.
I really like. I I think of Final Fantasy as a turn based combat like franchise. Um, and part of that is because all of the ones that I've played, like 13 and 13.2 and whatever, were not very good.
Yeah.
That kind of moved in that direction, and so I am 1,000% equating the old school playstyle with the nostalgia for the old school, and so that it's
For
just
sure.
inherently better in my brain, even when it
yeah,
probably isn't. Um, and so I'm personally not really looking forward to it. Um, with all the summons and everything, my brain just really wants to go back and play Nino Kuni.
There you
Um,
go.
and there's a new like Nino Kuni mobile game.
I
I
saw
saw
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't played it, and I have no idea if it's like a shitty mobile game or not. But I know a couple people who play it who really enjoy it, but they are like fanboys of the series, so
Yeah.
it their judgment is a little hard to quantify. But
Right.
but yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think all of the other stuff was interesting, but I don't know that I don't think I'll buy a PS5, and I don't think I will buy a PSVR 2, and so most of them did nothing for me personally,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
um, more stuff coming to PC is good for everyone, in my
Yeah.
opinion, because it
I'm t-
doesn't take anything away from any of the other systems. It just
yeah.
adds in the people who
yep.
are too cheap to buy a PlayStation, like me.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
so
I'm telling you now, if you can get like Spider-Man on a sale, absolutely pick it up. Absolutely. Even if you don't think you're gonna play it all the way through, just pick it up and go fucking swing around town for a while. God, it's a good
Right?
game.
It's
Yeah,
so
such a good game.
satisfying.
Or
Awesome,
like,
awesome.
I still haven't played God of War,
Oh
so
yeah, hell yeah,
like getting that on PC seems like a no-brainer.
yeah,
Now, of course,
definitely.
it would be added to the queue,
Yeah,
and that is where games go to die. But so there's a bunch of PlayStation games that I would just love to play that I am just unwilling to buy a system for.
right.
So,
Fair enough.
um, that I think the concept is more exciting than any of the reveals. Saying
Yeah,
more of
right.
those things is just a bonus.
There you go. Hell yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for me, Final Fantasy 16, I'm intrigued. I skipped Final Fantasy Origins because I knew that was gonna be a fucking dumpster fire. So I'm excited to be. It's good to be excited about Final Fantasy again. Resident Evil 4 remake, obviously very excited for that. Like I said, Resident Evil 4, awesome game. I hate tank control so much, so much. Um, and obviously that'll be gone. So I'm excited to do that. Um, Street Fighter, I don't give a shit about. Horizon Call of the Mountain looks awesome. I love the whole Horizon universe. Is it enough to make me buy a PSVR? No, no, it is not. So I'll probably pass on that one. But looks cool. And then Callisto Protocol. So the studio head or the game director is one of the creators of Dead Space. So it's gonna be. It reminds you very much of Dead Space when you watch the trailer, especially like the little light bar on the back of his neck for his health.
That
Um,
makes sense then.
yeah,
So
oh
I
yeah,
thought that,
yeah.
and I've never even played Dead Space games.
Oh dude, Dead Space. God, I love
They're
Dead
dope.
Space. So
They're so dope.
I just I hope it's not too much of a rip off. Like I hope they kind of take some new directions because Dead Space 1 was fantastic. Dead Space 2 was good. Dead Space 3 I didn't enjoy very much. So I kind of hope they get back to their roots a little bit. We'll see. Obviously, Stray is going to be awesome. I can't wait for Stray. And then the last game I want to bring up is one that I saw it and I was like, that looks dumb. Eternites? I don't know how to say that. Eternites?
Was
We'll
that the
go with
dating
that.
one?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. I saw it and I was like, that looks dumb. But I was just scrolling through Twitter and I saw this tweet from this guy. Big announcement. Today we revealed Eternites during Sony's State of Play. I played Persona 5 in 2019, which convinced me to play Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 as well. After that, I quit my job and started developing a game inspired by them. So I was like,
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
So that might be on my radar a little bit more now. I might
Hmm.
have to check that one out. Um, we'll see. I want to see some more from it, but yeah, I thought that was real interesting. Uh, I mean, Persona 5 can make you quit your job. I understand that. Like, if I had any sort of development talent at all, oh god, it'd be so sweet to work on a Persona game. Anyway, so that wraps up State of Play. Overall, I don't know what your guys' thoughts were. Like, I've seen some stuff online of people super hyped, like, oh, this was an awesome kickoff to the summer. I was like, it was all right. Like, I
Very
don't.
VR heavy. I mean, that's I
Yeah,
feel like what they're really trying to slam down our throats.
right,
Like VR 2, get it.
right. Get it, right. And like, I don't know, Street Fighter does nothing for me. I'm not a fighter game guy. I never have been. I
Yeah.
do feel bad for Capcom that the entire roster of the game got leaked. That kind of sucks for them,
Isn't
but
it mostly the same anyway?
yeah, pretty much every year. And then I'm sure some of the big name characters that aren't on that list will be DLC at some point. They will be,
Yeah.
um, or Fighter Pass, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I don't know. Overall, I was just kind of on it. So this Thursday coming up, we have Jeff Keighley's Summer Games kickoff, um, which is exciting. Um, but he did say he went on Twitter and he did say everybody needs to taper their expectations a little bit because some people are getting a little out there. So I wouldn't expect anything crazy. He said a lot of it's going to be more in-depth looks at games already announced. He said they're going to have a few announcements, but everybody just needs to calm down a little bit from what it sounds like. So don't get your hopes up too much. Then this Sunday is Xbox's showcase, which I was gonna kind of talk to you guys about maybe live streaming that, but well, I can't anymore because now I have to work. I did
I'm
have
not
the
even
day
in
off.
town Sunday.
Oh, perfect. Well, there you go. So, but anyways, Xbox Bethesda showcase will be Sunday, I believe at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., something like
Fallout
that.
77.
Oh God, please God, no. Please God, no. I'm sure we'll finally get an in-depth look at Starfield so we can finally figure out what the fuck that game is. So
Nah,
no, it's supposed to.
it's still
Di-
just a phantom dream. Like it's
Yeah.
still nothing. Like
Cinematic trailer.
I just hope when they do finally do it, Todd Howard goes out there and says it just works. I really hope that happens at some point.
He's just
We'll
become a
see.
meme of
he'll be
himself.
like it
Yeah.
just and just stop, and then he'll just stop there and
Just
like move
taper off.
on, just to like meme.
Oh God! But another event we have this week is our number 2 news story. While some of us may be sad that we are not getting an E3 this year, fret not. Devolver Digital will be holding a showcase this week, June 9th. The developer and publisher, who are known for their crazy reveal showcases each year, will host the No Doubt Dangerously Daft Direct this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Love the name.
Oh, I
Mhm.
do too, dude. Like, so we'll go to Adam first. I know Adam. In the past, you and I've talked about how awesome their showcases are. Um, are you happy they're doing another one this year? What are you expecting?
I'm not surprised. Like they've been pretty solid about that, I guess, since the pandemic started, and I think they've gotten a lot of good feedback, and their
Yeah.
production value is just really amazing. Like it almost feels like kind of like a modern day like Mystery Science Theater 3000,
Yeah.
like
Right.
just goofy, weird, like they don't
Insanity.
care, like
Yeah.
they're just gonna do whatever the hell they want, and it's amazing. Keep doing it. So very excited. Definitely will watch it. And honestly, always been a huge fan of Devolver
Yeah.
games. Like they're willing to do the independent, weird, goofy shit, and a lot of times it works out.
Right.
So
More
yeah,
often than not, it works out.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, what's their last one? Carrion was probably the last one that I really enjoyed
yeah.
from them, and super great twist on a lot of games we normally would play.
Yeah.
And I think they're great about kind of looking at what we're used to and then flipping it like on its head, and it
Yeah.
works. So
And they're such a good company too, man. Like, we talked about in a previous episode about that they have a studio in Russia who people can't buy their game anymore, and they were like, pirate our game. And
mm-hmm.
then everyone's like, oh, how's Devolver Digital gonna react to that? And they were like, yeah, fucking pirate it. Just fucking
Yeah.
do it. Go
Yeah.
for it. So yeah, really cool.
Hopefully when you can actually buy it, you would buy
Yeah,
it because you could
right.
play it and you enjoyed it, and like yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. So Josh, what do you got on this?
Pretty much the same. Devolver's always been super like cool. Like cool as in they care a lot about like their fans and
Yeah.
like the companies that I mean they're a publisher, not necessarily a developer, so they seem to care quite a bit about the game companies that are publishing through them. But their showcases are off the rails frequently. They are like a fever dream a lot of the
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah,
And
insane.
so I mean every year that they've got one, I don't necessarily give a shit about any of the games.
Yeah.
Like Carrion looked cool, but I don't play a lot of their games just because I never get around to them. But I still watch their showcases because they're just actually entertaining. Normally, after
Yeah.
like a big week of showcases, I just find like an article or a YouTube video of all of the cuts of all of the like announcements from those things.
Yeah.
Not the Devolver one. I literally just go back and watch the entire Devolver one just because they're so entertaining. So I won't be catching this one probably live in the fact that it's a Thursday at like 3, but
Yeah.
I'll probably be going back and watching it.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. It's annoying. It's super annoying. Like they
I
always.
mean, it's 3 Pacific though, right? So I
Yeah.
mean, technically, some quantity of the world has the day like that point off. Not me,
His home at that point. Yeah.
not, but
But they, I
I
mean,
like your
just
Maker's Mark glass.
oh
I like
hell
it.
yeah.
Made a coffee White Russian.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. I love White Russians.
So Justin, we'll go to you next because you're a huge Devolver fan. You have you played much? You said you played the alpha of Weird West, but that's a Devolver game.
I played it since it actually came out, and
Okay.
I've gotten through the first character, and I'm on the second. You're I don't know if I said what you turn into, so I won't this.
Oh yeah, don't yeah.
But yeah, I think there's 4 chapters, and you play as a different character, but in the same world that you've been in. So like characters that you've saved, you could encounter as another character and either still be nice to them or decide that you don't want to
Oh,
be.
interesting. Okay. All right.
But um, yeah, I mean the last shows I only watched random clips of them, but like you guys said, they're a good company and they're fun to watch. And
They're wild, wild and
at
zany.
the very least, they usually come out with some pretty good games. And if Randy's
they
still
do.
listening, you can take your RPG maker and shove it.
Very nice. So, but yeah, like they have Trek to Yomi just came out. That's on Game Pass. I have it downloaded. I haven't played it. Weird West, Fall Guys. Did any of you guys play Inscription? I've heard it was incredible.
So good.
I bought
Inscription
it.
was amazing.
Haven't played it.
That's Devolver. Death's Door, which I played, which was awesome. Loop Hero, Enter the
Bought that
Gungeon,
one
my
as
friend
well.
Pedro carrying. But yeah, they got a ton of games. So I'm very much I look forward to it every year. Just like I said, just a fever dream, but it's always entertaining. And they put out some goddamn good games. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Last news story, real quick. If you're playing the new Diablo Immortal and are hoping to max out your character for endgame content, start buying those lottery tickets. According to YouTube channel Bellular News, it would cost someone an estimated $110,000 in the game's pay-to-win system to max out. Or I think I read if you were to just grind it, it's like 10 years of your life to get there as well. So Josh, you put this one in the group text, so we'll go to you first. Are you playing Diablo Immortal? What are your thoughts?
No. I'm not playing it. I've heard it's actually entertaining. Like it's a decent game. But from what I understand, you need like gems to upgrade your gear to get to like better like ranks. But the paying doesn't even you get loot boxes at chances for those gems.
Right.
So it's a pay to win loot box situation. And so I think when I think about the game and think about like how much I would enjoy that style, they can go fuck themselves. So it's I know that I've said it many, many times in the podcast that even if a game is good, I don't necessarily love supporting companies who do shitty things. So don't pre-order games. Don't, play games that are legitimately shitty, pay to win. And is the game fun if you don't intend on min-maxing? Probably. But do I care since it's pay to win? I don't mind loot boxes as a concept, personally. As I've said before, if you're dumb enough to buy them, then, like, I can't blame the company for putting them in. It's the pay to win aspect that I don't love. Because if it's loot boxes for, like, CSGO has loot boxes for skins that affect 0 things in game. Perfectly cool with that. I have plenty of them. I haven't paid any money for them, but I have plenty of skins for like random guns that I like, and that I'm cool with. Genshin obviously is a gacha game, so there's random chances at characters, but you can play all of the content with the regular characters, and since there's no real multiplayer or there's no way to win the game, then there's not really a pay to win. It's just pay to be the sexiest anime character that you like. That's pretty much it. Play your waifu or husbando. And so there's not really like a pay to win. So I personally will not be playing it because of the shittiness that is pay to win. It's the same reason I don't play like most Korean MMOs. Because they're like, oh, it's not pay to win, it's pay for convenience. But if the alternative is play 10 years to get the same thing, that's not paying for convenience. You're paying to win.
Exactly.
You can call it all you want, but it is what it is. So
paying to not waste your life. It's what it is.
I did see someone post like a little video that Blizzard made making fun of pay-to-win games like 10 years ago, and it was both funny and a little bit sad of like how far they've fallen in the years since the Activision purchase. Now, granted, we found out that a lot of the people from Blizzard back in the day are a piece of shit, so like, I don't know if I could really call them the glory days, but
they've been shitty for a while.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So Justin, you have been playing this game. What are your thoughts?
I guess from a game just at its base, I've only done, I don't know, I doubt I even have a full hour in it. Maybe I do.
Okay.
But I probably should have mentioned that what I'm playing. It feels like a Diablo game. They made the mobile controls really good. I mean, as far as gameplay, if you enjoy Diablo, I would say it's worth checking out. Learning about I don't know, just when I started playing it, I had it pre-whatever from like a year ago when it was on Google Play Store, pre-register or whatever. And I didn't ever really look anything more into it. And then when I played it, didn't really know did no research on anything, just picked a necro and started slaying. And then learning about that is a little frustrating, and I didn't realize that it was also going to be on PC, which to me, I hate when games advertise themselves as a mobile game, but you can play it on PC because like then if I am like the only time I'm ever going to play that game is if I'm on my phone. But if I ever do PvP or anything like that, I'm probably going to be playing against whales on their PC.
Right.
And that is frustrating to me. Like,
Definitely.
I get wanting to get the extra reach, but if people really want to use extra peripherals, then they should have to hook them up to their phone, not be able to just fucking play on their big ass screen and keyboard and mouse. I don't know. That's also a little frustrating to me, but if you like Diablo and just want something mindless to fuck around with on the go, I think it's a fun, entertaining game. But yeah, to Josh's point, I wouldn't recommend throwing them any money.
Fuck no. Fuck that. Fuck them. Adam, you have you played at all? No.
No.
Or does it even peak?
Never been a huge Diablo fan really as well. So,
yeah. I mean,
funny that someone would spend that kind of money, and there are people that do spend that kind of money. So
definitely. Yeah, it's not even on my radar. I don't play mobile games ever, and I'm rarely ever on my PC. In fact, like after I did the editing of last week's episode, I kind of sent Josh the title and the everything, so he could put it up on YouTube. And then I logged off my PC, and he sent me some messages, and I saw him today when I logged back on. So
you really need to download Discord for your phone.
I know I should.
Right.
I need to do that. So
especially if this is now our communication.
Yeah.
I have to do that. And then I saw there was a bunch of messages from you guys in the chat too. So I'll get it on my phone. But I don't. This does nothing for me. I agree with Josh 100%. Don't give these fuckers any money. I have a coworker who's been playing pretty religiously. He said he hit level 30 and then the game really slowed down after that. So, sounds like it's a normal Diablo game up until about level 30, and then you can expect paywalls to start hitting. So, yeah, it is what it is. But
I was reading something online that they are kind of thinking that the company is doing this on purpose, and then when the outcry happens, then they'll tone it back, but they're doing it to grab quick cash
Yeah.
grab.
oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
once everyone gets really pissed off, then they'll bring it back. And
Well, there's people out there who've put fucking $5,000 into this thing already. Like that there absolutely
Yeah.
are people out there. So,
some of the top streamers in Lost Ark, when that came out, were dropping like over $100,000.
What the fuck? I don't. God damn it, I don't get it. But I guess to each their own. If you got the-
Because they make money doing it,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Well, yeah, but
And when you make a YouTube video of like spending 10 grand in a game, then you make 10 grand back,
Yeah,
and then
right.
some, because everyone like seems to love watching other people spend money for some
Yeah.
reason.
live vicariously.
Yeah.
That's 100% it. Especially in games like The Lost Ark or Black Desert, like the Korean ones, where the upgrade mechanic is very grindy. And so I could see, obviously, I'm not a big, I don't like to really watch anyone on Twitch, but I can see the draw in watching somebody do what you'll never have the financial means to do. Like
Mhm.
when I did my
Yeah.
honing, I'd have to do all my dailies and then take whatever gems and whatnot I had. And then I would get, depending on what level I was going up to, anywhere from 5 to 1 chances.
Right.
And
Yeah.
to watch someone just blow 100 grand on it,
Yeah,
I'm
just
sure would
fucking
be
whatever.
kind of satisfying.
Like, who's that really like the biggest YouTuber in the world? I can't remember, but he just did a Willy Wonka
PewDiePie?
video. No, he's just
XQC.
no. He's
As
not.
Madonna.
He's not a Twitch streamer. What'd you say,
Oh,
Justin? Oh, you have no idea. But anyways, he created like his own Willy Wonka chocolate factory.
Oh,
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. Yeah.
Oh,
So apparently, I didn't watch the video. I saw it on Twitter. He created his own Willy Wonka chocolate factory, had a competition, and then gave the winner $500,000. And I'm like, who the fuck? And then I realized he got 35 million downloads in a day on that video.
yeah.
Like,
He
what
made
the
tons of
fuck?
money off of that shit.
God damn it, crazy. But, um,
I did
Alright.
watch his video for making Squid Game.
Oh yeah, he did that too. I forgot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
have seen that as well.
I am
so.
part of the problem.
Yeah.
I've eaten one of his Ghost Kitchen Mr. Beast burgers, so I'm also part of the problem.
He's got burgers too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
had
had
Yeah,
a
it's like a
ghost
ghost
kitchen.
kitchen. So it's
see that.
around here. It's technically Perkins. Perkins is
Oh.
making it, but
Oh,
Interesting. Okay.
But they're smash burgers. They're pretty damn good.
Okay. All right.
I think I've had one as well, and they're pretty okay.
And apparently he sells chocolate bars now too. I guess that's the thing. So good for him.
It's like a not as good as Five Guys, but also not as expensive as Five Guys burger.
Okay.
fair.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, that wraps up the news. Justin, we got a conspiracy theory lined up for today.
We do have a conspiracy theory lined up.
Woo!
Good.
Really quick, I have to make a
Conspiracy
correction.
theory.
I'll make a correction, Josh, real fast.
I said earlier that I was interested in playing Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds, the mobile game. And then
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I wonder if it's a pay-to-win game. It is. And it's
Sure
not
is.
only that, it's a pay for crypto that you pay
Jesus,
for
fuck
the
that.
items to win. So fuck this game. Not
Yeah, fuck
not
that.
not flipping off Marissa at all.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
All right. Let's do conspiracy. Let's do it.
Hello.
Hello.
The ancient artifact discovered in the River Witham near Lincoln, England, is said to be what mythical weapon? A. Thor's hammer. B. King Arthur's Excalibur. C. Poseidon's trident. Or D. The Holy Grand Grenade of Antioch.
I'm guessing it's not that one.
I'm
Yeah,
going
not
C.
that one.
I'm going C.
I'm torn.
King Arthur. King Arthur all the
Yeah,
way.
I'm torn between B and C.
I feel like I have to go B.
I feel like I have to go B as well.
So 3 B's and a C.
Yeah.
Some watery
B.
tart choosing who
It's
gets
B.
the lead.
Alright, sweet. There we
Oh,
go.
I finally
There we
win
go.
one.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
it seemed too obvious. I don't know why.
It was
Well, I
in the
figured
water. It was in England.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know, but then I was like, I don't know.
I would
I'm
just like
surprised you-
to take this moment to
Nice.
thank Marissa for doing this. I'd like to thank my friends and family, all my
'cause you won
fans.
one.
I'd also
you
like
just
to
won
thank
one.
Charlie Hunnam for playing the best King Arthur that's ever existed. And yeah, so a monumental day for me, everyone. I really appreciate everyone being here for me for
Congratulations,
it.
Justin.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Is that your
you.
first victory ever?
I think so.
I thought I was bad at this game.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, that's why I was
Very
so
nice.
extra. Because that may not ever happen again.
There you go. All right, that wraps up conspiracy theory. Let's do listener questions. We got 2 listener questions and kind of a fun little game at the end there. So first up, Caleb writes in. Hi, Caleb.
What up, Caleb?
Caleb says, if someone gifted you a free copy of Farming Simulator, would you play it?
So this
Oh,
is really funny.
oh God, go ahead.
This is super funny, actually.
Uh-oh.
And I thought I knew who Caleb was all of a sudden.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
Well, take it away. What's
Go ahead,
So,
Justin.
so Randy has been playing Farming Sim for several generations back.
Oh, wow.
And he bought the newest one right when it came out. And then another day in Teams at work, I think it was Cam or was it you, Adam? But came in. First thing they said was, "Farming Sim's on Game Pass now. I bet
It
you
is,
feel like an
yeah.
idiot, Randy."
It sounds like it.
But
Yeah.
I mean, so technically, I think all of us have Game Pass. Huff, maybe not,
Yeah.
but we could play it. And I still haven't. So I don't know if that answers. I'm not saying I wouldn't play it, honestly, especially if it's on Game Pass. And I don't know, like if everyone got on, they installed it just to play for a night or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably
Dabble.
dust some crops.
Yeah. There you go.
But
Sounds
Pick
like a
some rocks
euphemism.
out of a field.
Um, so, Josh, what about you?
My original answer would be that I'd rather watch paint dry. But legitimately, I have no allegiance to getting a free game. If it's given to me by a company. So like, if I get a free Epic, I might even own Farming Simulator on Epic, legitimately. Because if they just gave it to me for free, then I'm like, fuck yeah, I will add this to my library that I will never play because I have problems.
Yeah.
But if one of you gifted it to me, I would play it. I don't know that I would enjoy it. I don't know that I would go out of my way for it, but I feel like it would be like a kick to the dick if someone bought me a game and then I never played it. Right?
Okay.
You're all getting the new WWE.
I would play it at least
or at least Josh.
for a
I mean,
minute. Yeah. I'm not saying that I would play it for very long, but I would play it at least long enough to say I did.
So, speaking of which, some people might remember a long time ago, Leif gifted me a copy of the game Legend of the Obra Dinn. Never touched it. Never played it. And so he gave Adam a copy of it afterwards because I never played it.
I played a good amount of it, so really good game.
Yeah. So
I gifted someone a copy of Tabletop Simulator, and in Steam, when you gift someone a copy, they have to click accept. It's been 4 years and they've never hit the accept button.
Wow.
Yep.
holy shit.
Yep. So won't be gifting them any more games. So
Some random snowy day in January, you're gonna log onto your computer, pull up Steam, and that will have been clicked. And you're
Like,
gonna be like, oh my
huzzah!
god, yeah.
I
That's
convinced their
awesome.
significant other to buy Tabletop Simulator. They still haven't clicked that button. So yeah. That, like I said, kick to the dick.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Hopefully you got it on a really good sale.
I bought a 4-pack, so
Mm.
instead of being $20, they were all like 10 or 15 or something. So I got it for cheaper, and then 2 other people got theirs for cheaper,
Oh.
and then a fourth person. Granted, they didn't say that they were going to pay me back for it or anything. I just said that I would because I wanted to play games with them, and so it ended up like essentially costing me nothing in the long run if I were to buy 4 copies anyway. But who buys 4 copies of a game?
Right. Interesting.
I don't know,
Right.
but your buddy would rather watch paint dry, apparently.
Clearly.
I guess.
Clearly.
I've bought 4 copies of Tarkov.
Yeah.
Now that I
bought
think
mine.
about it. Yep,
Yeah.
I bought in 4. That was like Ryan was the 4th. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you played it.
Myself, you,
I played
John.
it. Yeah, did it.
Yeah.
So
And then Josh Gonzalez, who doesn't work with us anymore. 4
And
people.
never played.
He played once.
I think I bought Dad the base version, and he upgraded to the Edge of Darkness himself.
He's gotten
Okay.
his
Speaking of
money out of that.
Tarkov, by the way, they announced there's going to be an arena mode. Ryan, I don't know if you've seen this. It's going to be a 5-on-5 PvP like arena.
interesting.
And it looks fucking dope as fuck.
Nice,
But
okay.
you have
Picture is
to,
this-
yeah,
yeah.
you have to have Edge of Darkness edition.
Or well, you
get it.
can buy it.
You can buy it
Or
individually.
you can buy it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can buy it individually. But if you're gonna do, you might as well just upgrade to Edge of Darkness at that point.
Interesting.
But
Right.
it looks
really,
it looks badass.
that's like an extra $140 for just getting this game, which will probably be like 40.
It looks amazing. I think it's actually gonna be 30, but yeah, even less. So
I posted a PC Gamer article about the announcement that has like the trailer and stuff if anyone's interested. But
yeah,
threw that in the Twitch chat. But
Okay, very nice. So Adam, Farming Simulator, would you play?
I would, because I think Kat would play it as well, and that would be a lot of fun. We play Stardew and stuff like that together, so
There you go.
it's not that much further off. And the fact that you can have, I think Randy looked it up, but you can have up to like 20 people in a server or something at a time. So it's like that actually could be a lot of fun if you got a bunch of people all together playing at the same time, like just doing a bunch of different shit. I think that could be cool.
When I was looking at G Portal for V Rising, they have farming simulators on there that you can
Oh, really?
server
Nice.
hosted for.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Leif has bought one of these in the past and said it was just terrible. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but this is a game I would only play with other people. Like, I would never play this game by myself for sure.
solo. Yeah.
Because it sounds boring as shit. So, to answer your question, Caleb, if I had to play by myself, absolutely not. If there was a group and somebody gave me a free copy, sure, I'd check it out. Maybe play it for a night if it was free, but I don't know. Yeah, Leif, I can't remember which one he bought, but it was on sale and he got suckered into it and he bought it and he said it was just the worst, just so boring. So, and he
What
likes
if-
those kind of games, but
You said that right now you, Leif, and Jeremy are looking for a game that you all can play
God,
together.
not Farming Simulator.
Farming
There
Simulator.
No.
Uh,
Y'all
that.
start growing a crop and you
Yeah.
work your way up to get better combines.
Oh,
Start-
Jesus.
I think the new ones you can start getting grapes and like weed and like take them and make wine and beers and shit out of them. Like it's super intricate.
Yeah.
It's crazy intricate.
it's kind of like Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's a difference between intricate and fun.
Right.
Sure, there's like a million planes and they're all super detail, like accurate. doesn't look like fun.
Right.
To me personally, but more power to the people. Do you know the YouTuber Brutal Moose? Fantastic YouTube channel. Wasn't gonna be my pick of the week, but might be. But I caught a couple of his Twitch streams, and he was playing like Truck Driver Simulator, and he was just long haul trucking across the U.S. And I'm like, I think I would rather blow my own brains out than play this
Yeah.
game. Like, this seems so fucking boring.
Right.
But he seemed to be enjoying it. So, like, and, you know, we talked about Randy enjoying them. More power to them.
Right.
Just not for me, personally.
Interesting.
Right.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. So there's your answers, Caleb. Thank you very much for writing, and we appreciate it. Up next, Pistol Pete writes in. Hi, Pistol Pete.
Pistol
What up,
Pete.
Pete? I did
Pew
want to...
pew. Pew pew pew. Josh.
I know.
Listen.
I had one last thought, which is that if Caleb wants to gift us 4 copies of Farming Simulator, then we could stream that. We could stream four-person Farming Simulator.
I mean, we could get 5 because Randy would jump in that bitch with us.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
Ugh.
Sorry, Pete.
All right.
Sorry, Pete. I derailed. Pew, 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 pew.
Pew pew
What
pew.
a-
Pistol Pete says, "Hey guys, you have talked about your favorite and worst video game endings, but I'm curious, what is the worst TV series finale you have ever seen? Obvious answer is Seinfeld, so no one gets to choose that. The Seinfeld finale was pretty bad, pretty damn
Never
bad.
saw it.
But even if it was on the table, it still wouldn't be my pick. I think there's a worse one out there. So interested to see what you guys think. Adam, why don't you kick us off?
Jeremiah, I think we can all agree that was the
Never saw it.
saddest one,
Jeremiah.
or was it?
Forgot about that show.
Yeah, just the
What's
way how it got
Jeremiah?
canceled because it
Oh,
was such
Jericho?
a fascinating. No,
Jeremiah.
wasn't that what it's called?
There's a Jeremiah too that was a post-apocalyptic.
Oh, never even heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it either.
Jericho
Eh.
about the nuke going off?
No,
Am I
Jeremiah.
getting it?
No.
I
Well,
remember
anyway,
Jericho,
it's-
but I've never heard
Yeah.
of Jeremiah.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting the name right.
No,
It's
yeah,
just,
you're
it's just
right. It's
okay. Okay, Justin's verifying. Anyway, really good post-apocalyptic show where it just kind of got canceled, like at the very end of a season on a
They had,
on a cliffhanger, and
Yeah.
it was super good, amazing show. Should totally watch it.
They had Luke Perry, Malcolm Jamal Warner, and Sean Astin.
I'd never even heard of this. That's
It's
interesting.
amazing show. Check it
Yeah, it
out.
was. The funny thing is here, it was out from 2002 to 2004, and the series info says in the year 2021, more than a decade after a deadly virus wiped out everyone at the age of puberty, grief-stricken loner Jeremiah goes in search of Valhalla Sector, a haven his father told him would be the key to his continued survival.
Interesting.
It's a
Well, if it-
super good
If
show.
that got canceled, I'm probably not going to watch it, but
But I mean, it was so good, and then just it got canceled because of stupid reasons. But
Yeah.
It's funny that you picked
it
that.
ends.
though.
It ends on like such a good cliffhanger. It's so frustrating.
It's funny you picked that because I was thinking about that show as well, but I picked Jericho.
did you pick Jericho?
Oh, funny, funny.
So I picked Jericho, but I don't know if that one necessarily counts in my mind since it wasn't supposed to be the series finale.
Yeah, I
For
suppose.
me, the planned season finale that I absolutely hated was Dexter.
Fuck yeah, dude, that was my choice too. It was so bad. So
I haven't seen
bad.
the new season, so I
Yeah,
don't
me
know
neither.
what has happened. I'm kind of like, I don't even know that I want to watch it because I was so annoyed with the
Yeah.
fucking finale.
It was so terrible. It was just
I
terrible.
waited till it was all out and I binged it all in, I
It was
don't know,
incredible up until that
a
moment.
month.
Yeah.
Who is that? Michael
And-
C. Hall? Is that
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
name? I remember him saying that they were like the new series was going to like fix the amount that they ruined from that.
Good. I would hope so, because that was
yeah.
awful. Fuck. Yeah, that was my pick too. I did have one quick honorable mention, How I Met Your Mother. I don't know if you ever watched that show.
I've heard
Um,
about the finale though.
Yeah, it's the worst. I don't want to spoil anything, but just I don't know what the writers were thinking. I don't know why they thought it was going to be a good idea, but everyone hated it justifiably. Everybody hated it. It was awful. Um, so those are my two picks. Josh, what do you got?
So I picked two.
Okay.
One is like the traditional, it was just bad, which was Dexter. It was bad.
Yeah.
Lost was up there as well.
Oh,
Didn't
there you
really
go.
love the Lost ending. But my real pick, the one that first came to mind, was more like Adam's, where it had been canceled, and so there was no ending, so it just unfulfilled, which is the OA on Netflix.
Oh, I never
Um,
watched it, but
so I won't explain how the season ends, but there is like enough of there's enough of something that happens that I literally gasped in real life, and I said audibly to myself in my basement, "What the fuck?" And then there's no more of that show. That literally
oh
none
fuck,
of it is finalized. None of it is
awful.
finished. They just Netflix does what Netflix does, which is crushes every series that anyone enjoys,
Yeah.
except for Stranger Things, and that may have been a contributing factor to the fact that I canceled my Netflix subscription.
Yeah.
Because so annoyed, so annoyed. It was
And
such a
it
good show.
keeps going up in price. Um,
Yeah, I mean that's a factor, but like if they kept going up in price, but they kept releasing the shows I enjoyed or finished them legitimately, the shows don't need to go forever. They just need to
yeah.
have legitimate finishes.
Yeah. A finale.
Then I
Like
would.
even if they like it, they should make it where if they're going to do a season, at the very least have something filmed to end it if
Some
it
amount of
gets
closure.
canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've had a
Um,
lot of shows. There was a good one that had the main guy from Fauda about an Israeli dude whose wife is killed, and he goes to America to try to figure it out. It's like I don't remember what it was called, On the Run, or I don't know, but it was Hit and Run, I think is what it was called,
Okay.
and it was action packed and awesome and a thriller, espionage, and then yeah, canceled
Yeah.
before I even finished watching all the episodes. It was
Right.
already canceled. It's like what the this hasn't even been out a week. How do you even know
Yeah.
what people are liking it or not? But they said between Israel and the US it was too expensive to film, so they were just cutting their losses.
Of
It's like
course.
fuck you
and
guys.
and Netflix, if I remember correctly from like listening to executive interviews, uh, really all they care about is like how much within the first week. Like they
Yeah.
will
That's what
judge
they look
the
at.
rest of a series tenure based off of the first week of the release.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, so like if it's something that does okay, they'll just cancel it. Like
Yeah.
if it doesn't like stop the presses, within the first week, it's just done.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is really
and
annoying.
then they're wondering why everyone's leaving.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. But yeah, thanks for the question, Pistol Pete. That was a good one. Um, so lastly, we got Adam, probably not our Adam, wrote in.
What up, Adam?
What up, Adam?
Adam,
So he has a little battle. It's actually not technically a battle royale, Adam. It's a battle between. He split us up into teams. Myself and Justin versus Adam and Josh.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna have to pick 3 people for your team. It has to be a character that was based in a video game. Okay. And then we're gonna battle each other.
Oh God.
Uh,
On the spot.
yeah. Well, hang on. I'll get there. So I first of all I promise I did not cheat because I had to read the email, and when you see my picks, you're gonna know I did not cheat because pretty bad. Okay, so there's certain things for each of your picks that I'm gonna let you guys know, and you have to do the first character that pops into your head after I say it, and then that's your choice for that. Okay. You might want to get someone to write it down or type it in
Yeah,
or whatever the
I'm
case may
All
be.
right, let me get a notepad
Sure.
out. Yep.
Okay, so your first character has to be a character that was featured in a video game. It could be outside of that, like a Marvel DC character, but as long as they're in a video game, you're good to go.
Okay.
Okay, and it has to be the first thing that pops into your head. Okay, So the first one, you have to have a character that starts with the first letter of your mother's first name. Go.
First
First name.
character.
In mine, I just instantly went to Robin from Batman and
And
Robin.
write it down. Then there you go. Yeah. So you got
I'm
Robin.
drawing like the biggest blank.
So we're not supposed to say them out loud?
We will at the end. We'll say him.
Some sort of character as the same as, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Any character that's been, it could be anime if they've been in a video game. It could be DC, Marvel, Star Wars. I mean, anything. Any character, any video game character. Really?
I legit can't think of a single one with my mom's name.
I did think one. I had to look up how to spell it.
Can you guys help me? My mom's name is Becky or Rebecca. Like I can't
Okay.
think of
Well,
a single fucking character
I have
with
a
that
B.
name.
Mine also starts with a B, so I can't give you my answer. But
Oh,
and you don't
is it
want my
first
answer.
letter? Is that
First
what it was?
letter.
First letter.
So it could be like
first
Bane or
letter.
Batman or
Oh.
So first one that popped in your head.
Well, now
Am I
you
supposed
said
to say
Batman
this
and
out
Bane,
loud?
so it's just fair. Yeah.
What'd you go with? You good? You got it locked in?
Yes.
All right. Adam, you too? You good?
I mean, I guess unfortunately he said Batman and Bruce Wayne,
Okay.
so like first thing that popped in my head is Batman now. So
Okay.
Not a
Alright.
horrible choice.
I didn't realize it was. Well, yeah, it is. It's the worst choice. I mean, what are you
Second
talking about?
character.
It's the absolute worst choice ever.
Second character. Their name has to start with the first letter of your first ever pet's name.
Fuck.
Really? First one that pops into your head.
Okay, there was a game with that character in it. We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody good? All right, finally, last one. The last character, their name has to start with the third letter of your first name.
Okay.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same as the last one, and now I'm stuck on the last answer. It.
It's the same as the last one.
I got it. It's a horrible pick, but it's the first thing that came into my mind.
It might be a decent pick. We'll see, because there's a twist to this. Okay, so team, obviously Justin's characters and my characters are on a team. Josh's and Adam's are on a team. Go ahead, spell out. Actually, no, I'll say what the premise is first. So it is a dodgeball game. They are competing in a game of dodgeball. So we're gonna see who has the best team. Justin, we'll do our team first. Who are your three characters in our dodgeball competition?
Robin, Spider-Man, and Joe Valentine.
Ooh.
Spider-Man would
Spider-Man's
be
probably
really
a really good
good.
one.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's a good one.
Unless it's on the beach and there's nothing he can
Yeah,
like
that's
spider
true.
onto, like
Flip around.
The Megalodon.
Okay, so mine, I have two terrible ones, but I have one that I think might win us the whole competition. So I went Bubsy was the first one I came up with. And then Sonya Blade. And then my last one though is Ant-Man. I think that could come to our advantage in a game of dodgeball. All right, so Josh, you go next. Who are your three characters?
Dormammu.
What?
Dormammu. The bad
Dormammu,
guy
yeah.
from Doctor Strange.
Oh,
He was in
okay.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay.
As a special character. Number 2 is Spawn. Who I think
Damn.
would be fucking dope. And third is Shaquille O'Neal. I'm like, fucking Shaq Fu. We got Shaq Fu in this bitch.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, Adam. Adam, who are your three characters?
Josh ruined it, but Bane was the first one that I picked.
Okay.
Second one, Rocket Raccoon, because my first pet was Rocky, and last one was Ant-Man because my third letter
we have
is
two
Adam,
Ant-Mans.
so I had Ant-Man.
Oh, those cancel each other out. I don't know then. All right, who wins? I think Spider-Man's our best player, Justin. Don't you agree? In a game of dodgeball?
Yeah.
He can dodge anything, really. Pretty much anything. But otherwise
Do the nets count as, or the webs count as touching him?
I don't know.
Well, he could catch them with his webs.
Oh, he could get a web and just pull it in. Yeah. I
Yeah.
suppose that would count. It never hit the ground, you know. But I'm kind of pissed because I thought Ant-Man was gonna be our savior, but those cancel each other out.
Sorry.
I don't know. You guys make a case. Do you think your team wins, Adam?
Yeah,
Josh?
Rocket would just kill your whole team. He'd just shoot them all.
And Spawn.
And Spawn would, he'd just kill you guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if killing's allowed in this, but Bubsy doesn't die.
If you don't, if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win hard enough. So
what did Bubsy pop into my head of all the fucking video game characters?
I mean, Robin is fairly agile,
Yeah.
but I don't think that he could compete against Spawn. Rocket, if it's truly just a game of dodgeball, I don't think he would be much use. He's tiny.
Yeah.
I don't even know that he'd be big enough to catch it. But
or throw it, really.
He'd shoot it. That's fine.
Yeah, no guns in dodgeball.
Bane.
Why?
Bane, I think, would be a powerful dodgeball player with Spawn as an ally. That one's tough.
That's like Top Gun scene right there. Just the two of them.
Right. Josh, what are your thoughts? You think you got the win?
I do think so. I mean, Dormammu has his own dark dimension that can turn any matter into anything that he wants. So that seems a little unfair. Spawn can shape change, can teleport, and would just murder the fuck out of everyone. He's a literal demon. And so he would just, like, anytime anyone threw a ball, then he'd just, like, have a magical chain blade that just, like, stabs it out of the air. Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, so that's why I'm at least trying to think about the actual game of dodgeball.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then...
You wouldn't want to pop.
And then...
that ball
the Ant-Mans cancel each other out.
Yeah.
So, like, that doesn't really count. But I think really, like, the one that really stands out in my brain is Shaq is one of the best centers in the NBA history. So, I mean, he could just, like, one-hander, catch the ball.
As long as he's not at the free throw line, right? Then he's fine.
Oh, yeah, if there's free throws, we're fucked. We're fucked. If that's, like, round 2, I would expect Ant-Man to have a better free throw percentage than Shaq. In his tiny form, even.
I was thinking his giant form, so he's like tiny.
Yeah.
He just reaches over and
I don't know. I think no matter what, if there's killing allowed or whatever the rules may be, I think we lose, Justin. I'm gonna throw that out there, and it's because of my picks.
I think we lose regardless of killing or if it's truly just a. Because your picks are going to be essentially worthless. So
it's basically your team because Bubsy and Sonya Blade probably aren't going to do a whole lot. So
her and Jill would do about the same, which is just normal human powers. But Spider-Man and Robin could make some normal people sweat, but when it gets up against Spawn and Dormammu, whatever.
Dormammu,
whatever.
Even Shaq. The only worthless player.
He's above human.
Is like. I still think Rocket is a pretty worthless pick in a game of dodgeball.
Yeah.
It's just who it came up with.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
No.
I'm not talking shit. I picked Bubsy. So
the one thing I will say is Shaq is kind of big. He's real big.
And he's Kazam. He's a genie, right?
He is yes.
He's a genie. So.
And Dormammu is like 500 feet tall. Like he is he's like Galactus. So you wouldn't have to aim super well to hit him with a dodgeball. As long as he doesn't turn it into another like matter or just engulf the entire field in flames,
Yeah.
then he would be really easy to hit. But like Ant-Man would suck. Thank God you picked Ant-Man, because
Yeah.
that would have sucked. But
Oh, great minds think alike. All right. Well, thank you very
He
much for the
shrinks to
question.
dodge it, then
Yeah.
picks up the ball and grows and just
Whoa,
fucking
just
Yeah.
smashed it down. Yep.
Slashes down.
hits the entire both sides of the teams.
Yeah. Very nice.
You're all out. I win.
Uh, well, thank you very much, Adam. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was a good one. So, thank you for writing in. That wraps up listener questions. We're gonna do a quick pick of the week and we'll get out of here. I'm getting tired, so I'm about ready. I gotta work tomorrow. Apparently, well, I'll talk to you guys about it off stream. That's not an on-stream topic, but we'll do a quick pick of the week. Justin, kick us off.
My pick of the week, I was gonna go with The Boys season 3 so far.
I'm really excited to start it, but I haven't
Yeah, I
yet.
watched that on Sunday and it was phenomenal. It's still a show that you do not want to watch with children. The opening scene is interesting.
Yeah, I had a buddy at work be like, dude, the first 10 minutes of the first episode, he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, God, I want to watch it now. So,
Yeah, it's just fucking weird, but
okay.
it's really good. Like Marissa was napping and after she woke up, she's like, by the way, what the fuck were you watching?
Oh, shit, that's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to get in. We're trying to, well, I can't say 'cause it's my pick of the week, but once we get through the show we're watching now, that's our next plan. So, very nice. Josh, what's yours?
so on Audible, I've been listening to Sandman.
Oh,
Nice.
And it's kind of like a graphic audio novel. So there's different voice actors for every character, sound effects, music, stuff. And I mean, anything Neil Gaiman is dope. But it is super duper good. The comics are fantastic. I think they're like right there, but
okay.
there's a pile of comic books behind me. But it's very 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 good.
Nice.
I saw that they released the second one, and so I had previously listened to part of Sandman. I don't think I remember finishing it because about halfway through, I'm like, I don't remember any of this, and so I must have got distracted or something. But so I'm just going through all of the first book, and then gonna listen to the second book afterwards.
Nice. Okay.
And definitely recommend it, especially if you like the comics or like Neil Gaiman other books, like
Okay.
American Gods or what's the one that he wrote with Terry Pratchett? They
Preacher?
made an Amazon show about it. It's like a devil and an angel who get some babies mixed up. Bad
I'm
Omens.
Lucifer?
Bad
Oh.
Omens.
Oh, okay.
Which is a
Is
really,
that
really good book. What's that?
Is it a comedy?
It is a comedy. Yeah. It's a dark comedy.
I think
I
that
won't,
show was getting a bunch of flack from the Christian community for showing like a demon and angel being friends or something. I don't know.
yeah.
Zero fucks given.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I would also recommend. I haven't watched the show, although it's got.
I
One
don't
of the
remember the names either.
doctors, like the 11th Doctor, who I'm a huge fan of. He was also Mr. Purple in
David Tennant.
David Tennant. Thank you.
David Tennant.
Really bad with
Yep.
names. But the book is super good. It's essentially about an angel and a demon mixing up two babies One of them is like the son of Lucifer, the Antichrist, and they just kind of like lose track of him because
Oh, okay.
they mixed him up on accident with a normal baby, and it is very funny. Terry Pratchett is also
Nice.
a
Okay.
great author as well. So
Okay. Very cool. All right, good choice. Adam, what's yours?
Beard meets food. Have I done this one?
doesn't sound
Doesn't ring a
familiar.
bell.
Okay, good. I think I showed it to Tanner and Cam this weekend. A guy who just does food eating challenges. He's like
Oh.
a British dude, and he's very entertaining. And he's been doing it
Interesting.
for a while, and he's clearly like a weightlifter as well because he's in phenomenal shape for a guy that
Whoa.
Really?
consumes just like tens of thousands of calories.
Yeah.
But
Very nice.
yeah, beard meets food. Super
Okay.
entertaining guy.
Interesting. All right. Mine probably no surprise. Stranger Things new season. We're 3 episodes in. It's outstanding. Uh, it's interesting. This is the first time like they're all kind of separated. Um, like I know in previous seasons they kind of go their own way a little bit, but they're all really separated right now. So I'm interested to see how they bring everybody together. But so good, so fucking good. I love Stranger Things. God, I love Stranger Things. And this is apparently only part 1 of the season. Part 2 comes out in July, so
Is this
and
the
then there's 1
last
season
season?
left. There's 1 left after this. Season 5 is the last one. So, yeah, but super good show. Everybody needs to watch it. So, I think that wraps it up, gentlemen. Just a reminder to everybody, make sure if you're listening to this after the fact, check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Crisis. Every single Monday, 6:30 p.m. We'll be there recording live. Come say hi, pop into the chat, say hello. We would appreciate it. So that's kind of what we're gonna do this week. Adam's dog
Oh,
wants it to happen too.
he says, "Come on,
Yeah, yeah.
look
You
at
come
this,
see
look at
Adam's
this,
puppy.
look at this cute thing."
Yeah. See.
Also, we're uploading our Twitch streams to YouTube now. So
Yes. Yeah.
youtube.com/nerdentitycrisis, I think.
Yeah.
Justin, you gotta go get a cat. So we have cat and dogs. Like everyone loves animals. He's
Not
looking
so
around.
much. Nothing
He's looking
around.
around.
Nice.
you got like 7 of them. You can find one.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think they're either outside or sleeping,
Nice.
napping.
All right, but yeah, that wraps up the episode. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thanks for watching/listening, whichever one it is you're doing. Both maybe. Well, yeah, we appreciate everything. So that'll do it. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.